happening, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Tartan Blood Experience with me, Adam Wallace, aka Tartan Blood. So in a second, I'll invite my first ever guest to the Tartan Blood Experience, but before we get that underway, I just want to speak about my two fights that I have upcoming. So first up, on the 2nd of May, over in Derry at the Everglades Hotel, I will be making my professional MMA debut on the Chaos Fighting Championships versus the up-and-coming Surgeon Blaine McGill. So that is going to be a tough test for myself. I'm in camp, I'm getting ready, and I can't wait for it. So I just want to thank Andy Chapman and Jason McCabe for giving me a second opportunity on Chaos Fighting Championships. Obviously, I fell ill on fight day last time. I didn't pass my medical. Shit happens. Second time lucky. I'm going for it. So big up to you two for giving me the opportunity again. So that's the 2nd of May. I will be fighting Blaine McGill in Derry, Ireland on the Chaos Fighting Championships. I will then be back in the ring on the 30th of May for another boxing match. This time on Dyson Promotions 2. So big up to Luke Dyson and Hannah for giving me the opportunity on there. This one's a big one for me. I've not been able to fucking sleep since I got a draw with this guy last time out. Obviously, this guy being Nathan for the Bing. So me and Nathan will be rematching on Dyson Promotions 2 at the Hideout Arena in Bolton on the 30th of May. So, big ups to everybody for the opportunities, and I can't fucking wait to get back in there. So, without any further ado, or however you say it, let's get on my first guest on the Tartan Blood Experience. Here he is, Mr. Owen Myddelton. So, this is my first episode of the Tartan Blood Experience, and we have my first interviewee on. His name's Owen Myddelton. He's a boxer from Rochdale. So, how you doing, Owen?
Good, man, mate. I'm good. Getting ready for my first outing this year. On Friday, got 4 fights in the next 5 weeks, so I'm feeling all right.
In the next 5 weeks?
4 fights in the next 5 weeks, mate. Yeah, from 5-6 weeks. From the 20th of March to the 25th of April, I have 4 fights.
Fuck me, you're going to be busy.
Mate, go stay busy.
Yeah, I just want to talk, like, the first time I met this guy, right, was at 3D Fight Club in fucking a big lumpy boy, right? But he fought that night with a broken rib. Now, that just shows you how much of an animal the guy is. He doesn't give a shit about injuries and that, he just gets in there. So, was that the first time you'd fought with an injury, Owen? Or have you done it before?
No, yes, that was the first time I fought with an injury. I fought the week before. Obviously, I did contact them and say, look, I'm happy to do it. The swelling's down. The pain's still there slightly. It worked out that the rib wasn't completely snapped. What it was fractured quite severely. But during that fight in the first round that you seen, the guy I was fighting as well, let's put it out there, the guy I was fighting, Deck Mercer, is 10 years in the amateurs. Whatever you can win in the amateurs, nearly, he's won, from medals to belts. He's competed at the highest level. His opponent fell out, so I said, congratulations for getting on one of the big shows. He said, do you mind standing in? I said, not at all. Stood in, and obviously paid the price in the first round. About a minute and a half in, he caught me with the naughtiest body shot I've ever felt. And went the rib. The pain was fucking unreal, to be fair.
We've got to say, Paul, he knew about your injury before that, didn't he?
Yeah, they knew about the injury. The organising that knew about the injury. That I did fight the week before against that called Matthias on the PPC show. Obviously, sustained a little bit of injury there. But I mean, my fight is what we do. I got offered the opportunity to go on quite a big show. Yeah. And I said, yeah. And I went there. I didn't think it'd have that much of an impact, but surely for me, being 120 kgs nearly, that I didn't have the footwork to move, and I got caught nicely.
When I seen you with the mate, your rib was all bruised. Like half your body was bruised up before the fight even happened.
No, it was there. It was there. And if you look back on the video of the footage, you can see exactly where the bruise is, and then you can see exactly where he sunk it, and when he sunk the shot, he sunk it with some force, and still to this day. I
would prefer to take a punch to the head than a body shot.
Oh mate, so many times I've had to take a knee. I've had to take knee more times in a fight off a body shot than you have any headshot.
I've only been dropped with headshots twice, but body shots have been dropped a good few times.
Oh, it's ridiculous, mate. And especially, like, you can take it a little bit around your liver and into your rib. That's not too bad. The second you catch that liver as well, mate, that's a bad
when
one.
you've got a broken rib.
Yeah. It's atrocious, mate. Honestly, I just felt I felt my rib just go pop. And then this nice warm sensation go over, like I can't do it. I just looked at the guy who stepped in for me. One of the lads that I met there that night, that Nate Pierce, Nick Doghouse, he fought shadow boxer on that day.
Main event, Nathan Pierce, good fighter as well.
Yeah, very good, very strong, very active as well. He just fought yesterday, actually. I need to catch up with him, see how his result went. He fought on an Alpha show. And he fought Friday as well, to be fair. He's having 2-3 fights a weekend and that.
But must be making some money for that.
Mate, I tell you what, you've got to be either really thick or really rich doing that, haven't you? But yeah, it was his mate Warren that stepped in for me cornerman that day. So shout out to him. He pulled out a bag and did that, and he said he threw the towel and he seen where it landed, and he seen the colour of my face afterwards, and it was like nearly purple because the pain was unreal.
That Dick Mercer is a very good boxer, He's a very good boxer, and he had that target straight away. He was done.
He seen the target, and the thing is though, like, so people, I've had discussions with me afterwards, like, yeah, but you don't think it's unfair because he's seen the injury and it's an easy target and he's going for that? I said, but at the end of the day, friendship taken out of it. When you're in there and there's two people wanting, like, I want to hate you just as much as you want to hate me. Yeah. So if you can get paid for a day's work and only do half a shift, you're going to get paid for a day's work.
You're fucking right, mate. Even if you say beforehand I'm not going to do it, you are going to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, even if it's an agreement or you do whatever else, if it's getting to the point where you don't have to be in that ring longer than 3 minutes, don't be in the ring for longer than 3 minutes. I don't get it. If you see a weakness and you can do it and you can get paid a full shift for 2 minutes work, get in, get out, stay healthy, fight on the next fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, get on the next show.
The thing is, at your weight as well, though, heavyweight, we're talking one shot the lands could finish the fight anyway, even without an injury. So it's two big guys going right at it. That's what people want to watch. People want to see the big boys getting in there and fucking.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I was watching a fight last night on a Undeniable Fight Night. It's the HBO, the Hybrid Boxing Organisation. I fought for them in December. And then two of my mates were fighting. Miles Roper got a big knockout victory. And then unfortunately for Neil Rawlinson, he took a cut early in the first round. He carried on like his eyes swelling up like quite severely, but he got I think he just through exhaustion, through that eye that he took 2 knees, got dropped to a knee. And it was over in the 4th round, but on there was 2 big heavyweights called Macca and Miller, and they proved it, mate. It was just outright banger from the start. Macca had the advantage, but just through the grit and determination, Miller come back and scored a knockout victory in like the 3rd or 4th round, I think it was. And he was the one that was more busted up as well. So it just goes to show, like, no matter how far you are on the ropes, when you're packing the weight, it's just one shot and out. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Back to 3D Fight Club then. What did you think of the show as a whole? Like, compared to the other shows that you've been on?
Do you know what? I rate it. I do rate it. They do everything. They do a lot of things better than other organisations. And then let's say maybe they might not do some things other. My experience personally on the level, through the people I met some top people there, from Amari Grant, yourself, Nate Pierce.
Amari Grant, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Yeah. Like I said, I've met them all and we've stayed in contact and I've developed some good friendships out of it. Like I say, still knew them. And as for how Dougie and Lee ran it, on my opinion, it was quite well. We had the interview the day before. We did it. It was ran at a tight schedule, and it was a tight ship. So I do rate it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a very good show. I fought in it also. Obviously, that's where I met you. But I
Yeah.
rate it as well. I've fought in a few big shows, and that's probably one of the better ones I've been on. It was a good night as a whole, although we both got beat. However,
Yeah.
it was a very good night.
I think they matched a lot of the fighters. I think there was only one fight, which was the first fight where another lad who met on the night, Mr. Pang, Jordan Pang. Yeah, I think that was the only fight that was one-sided in the fact of one had a lot more experience than the other. I think that was the only one that
was first fight, wasn't it? Jordan's first fight.
Yeah, that was Jordan's first fight, and he's got a background in MMA.
Right.
He's got a background in MMA, but he hadn't done it for a while, and that was his first ever boxing fight. That was his first ever actual fight going forward. I think, I'm not sure which one it was. It might be Connor Wales or his brother Aaron or something. One of the Wales brothers. They've got
two
quite
legends as well. Two legends on the scene, fighting all the time.
Both of them, like I say, they're both fighting on a couple of events I've got coming up with Fight Club Promotions as well. So I'll catch up with them again there. But yeah, like I say, I think that was only on 3D Fight Club. That was the only fight that was one-sided, and I'd probably say it was unfair as the other. But at the end of the day, when you fight and you sign a contract, you understand, and if you dig into your opponent, you'll see what you're in for. And yeah.
When we spoke to him in the back, he was saying to us he didn't really give a fuck how experienced he was. He was confident.
Yeah, he's confident. And to quite frankly, like, so obviously, we'll come back to 3D Fight Club in a second, but the last year was my first year out and about, like, properly my first proper year out. Say in about 19 years, and he had 5 fights that year, and I lost 4 of them. And that's me not looking into my opponents. And that's me taking on high caliber fighters. So I didn't go into any of them fights thinking, fuck me, mate, I'm getting battered here. Do you know what I mean? I thought, you know what, mate, I'm going to stand and I'm going to bang. And 3 of them fights were something that you couldn't deny. One of them being 3D Fight Club against Dick Mercer. Do you know what I mean? One of them being there, and my first bare knuckle, and then another lad towards the end on a HBO show. They were undeniable.
Well?
Hey?
So you've done bare knuckle as well?
Yeah. I thought, mate, that didn't last very long. Took a nasty cut above my eye, but that was against a lad called Janis Magdon, and if you Google him, he's fighting on the highest end of Gromda, fought on BKFC. He's professionally signed. Obviously, he wasn't the original guy I was going to fight. For the PPC, it's Polish run event. That's getting big in itself. That organisation, and I was meant to fight someone called Powell Pedro or something like that. I'm not really 100% sure of his name, but he pulled out on the day. Turned up to the venue, said he couldn't fight. He had to fly back to Poland and left. That left me no opponents. Yanis was there as a commentator. Said, "Do you want it?" He said, "Yeah, go for it." We got in there, and then it was just like hitting brick. Mate, the guy was that experienced. He had no guard, and coming in, it was like getting hit by a fucking bass as well, mate. When he was punching you, it was like, fuck me, you knew you were in the real world. Do you know what I mean? Having no gloves on. Yeah,
it's heavyweight though, so I mean, like taking punches for a heavyweight, even when you're a heavyweight in bare knuckle, it's not going to be great, and you know the damage you're going to take.
Well, see, it was something I wasn't expecting, because before that, I had a 16-ounce glove fight. So I went from a 16-ounce glove fight in May, and then went and fought him in bare knuckle in June. So there was not much of preparation. I had the best preparation I could, getting in with the likes of Brad Donovan, Ashley Payton, and that, and they're quite big names in the scene anyway. Brad's taken off and stardom, and he deserves everything he gets. But I had him training, because Brad had fought Yanis on Bad to the Bone and knocked Yanis out, actually. A couple months before, but they become good friends. Like, I have become friends with Yanis and that now. It's my corner was confidence. I was quite confident, and then just open come the eye. The eye come up, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, now I'm in the real world here." And unfortunately, with the severe, like how deep it was, like you see my eyebrow muscle, that my eyebrow nearly folded over. So with how deep it was, they just said, mate, no more damage on that, and it was done. But like I say, I got in with a guy with the caliber of a strong, well-rounded fighter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That just shows as well, like your opponent's not turned up on the day, and you've accepted a fight against a guy that you probably knew, could beat you, and you still accepted it. So.
The thing is, I don't think I went in going like, I know he can beat me. Yeah. I went in thinking the challenge is higher in that aspect. So for me, what I got told about my original opponents, this would have been his first bare knuckle, same as mine. We both had a couple of good fights, and this would have been the first bare knuckle for us both. So going in and that was not so like we both would have had the same curiosity about not taking the first punch. Whereas Yanis had just come off a couple of fights and that, and he was just like, let's go, bam. And he was just head on, like full on Terminator mode, and you were hitting him, and he had no guns, just like, yeah, dum, dum, dum. And he went in. And fair play, he took the victory and he took it by storm. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't no 50-50 close thing. He got what he wanted and he won.
You're saying you've got 4 fights in the next 5 weeks or something. So is any of them bare knuckle or is it just boxing?
So it's all boxing. They are mixed between 10s and 12-ounce gloves. So I think I know I'm fighting in 14s this weekend. Sorry, coming up. Yeah. I'm fighting in 14s against a lad called Wayne Ashcroft for WCU on Instagram. That's a promotion that's doing quite well as well. I think it's run by a guy called Steel Rook or whatever. He's quite a well-known boxer around there. He runs Undeniable Fight Night as well. Yeah. So they gave me a shout and said, we've got a guy wanting to fight. Do you want it on the 30th of March? I said, go for it. I know he's 1-0. He hasn't got the ring experience I have. But he's at the moment, his record's 100%, 1 fight, 1 win. And he apparently took that in style. So we'll see what happens on that day. But I feel like the pressure I can provide with ring experience might edge me in that matter.
Well, this is your first fight of the year as well, so you've had a bit of a break. Your body's had a break. You're probably not going to have any injuries. Although people say, like, when you do your camp, everybody goes into a fight with some sort of injury. But how's camp been for this fight? How's preparations been?
Well, camp's been a bit on and off. Obviously in Rochdale, trying to find I've had a top end club for religious reasons, being Muslim stuff with Ramadan. Trying to get in, do some touch sparring. Technicality work has been a bit hard for them, but I've worked with it. I'm in the gym on the treadmill, hitting a heavy bag, and I'm doing that on the days of them getting there into pound for pound. So yeah, like I say, it's my week off now. What preparation I could get done is done. But I'm one of them guys that don't look into my opponents. I can look in, and on 10 of these 11 fights, he's won with right hand. I could be the 12th fight he wins with his left hand. I can't concentrate on. Yeah, I just can't concentrate on one hand. I can't concentrate on one movement. So I think what gets me, I feel like it's a bit of a disadvantage, but it's also an advantage for myself as well, mate, is I do my diet myself, my training regime myself. I find the corner man on the night. I put myself in the gym behind closed doors. I wake myself up at 6. When I finish work at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm there at 6 in the morning. I find my own fights. I look for my own fighters. That's that. I'm not with a fight management company. I've not got a corner team. Like, everything I do is solely run by myself. So I haven't got the time to say, let's study him and work this fight. I haven't got time. When I'm trying to be as active as I am with the 4 fights coming up, I don't have time to specifically train for one person. So it's just about me training to make sure that I'm in the best condition to stay relaxed.
So obviously you've got fight week starting tomorrow. So how's this week going to be for you? Do you just chill during fight week? Do you train? What do you get up to during fight week?
Yeah, so like I say, it's a bit of just detox really from the gym, detox from all the pressure of needing to that. Just maybe hit the gym on the way home from work, do a little bit of treadmill, cardio, no weights, no heavy bag work, no nothing, stop the injuries, just a little bit of cardio, spend a little bit of time with family, see my kids, spend time with missus, and then just do that. Friday morning, head down to Liverpool's Fusion nightclub, bang Friday night. There's nothing fantastic about it, but just more detox your brain from the thing and relax.
Yeah, that's like me. I don't do very much during fight week. You know, I'll do a bit of training, more shadow boxing, going out a few runs and that. But you hear people sparring during fight week and that as well. What do you think of that?
Depending on what sparring you do, and then it's not too bad. I have had technical sparring on fight night, on a fight weekend, on the fight week. For like some events where it's just about footwork placing, ring awareness kind of thing. But I've never done any full contact or 50% contact. I just think that's where an injury can come. And if you're travelling, sorry, mate.
No, I'm saying it's just stupid people doing that. Anything can happen in a fight, you know. It doesn't matter how hard you're hitting each other. You could twist your ankle. You could do anything being in a sparring match right before a fight. I get stupid. I've seen people getting cut recently during sparring fight week. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Well, listen, so like I say, it's anything like we discussed at the beginning, mate. One body shot, and you know, do you know what I mean? And it's just, if you're being paid for it, see, I'm not getting paid for my fights at the minute. Every time I fight for free. A lot of the organisations I fight for is ticket sales, and I won't sell you tickets. But if you want something that's I haven't got that kind of following yet. This year, I want to branch out and market myself as a business and as a boxer more than a person. Because I don't want to be that journeyman for the next 5 years, let's say. I want to compete. So this year, I plan on getting a proper corner team. I've got something set up behind closed doors, moving house and all that, puts me closer to the children and a top-notch gym. So that'll fall into place, and by the back end of this year, I will have a title around my waist, and big things will come. I can guarantee that. I believe it. You're touching on your children a bit there. You've spoken to them a couple of times. So you had some good news recently, I believe. Yeah. So I'm about to have another child. Congratulations. Yeah. So that'll be 5. Hopefully this time I can have a girl. I've got 4 boys. All 4 boys want to... I've got 4. Sorry, what, mate? I've said 5. That's nuts. I've got 4. I don't want any more, mate. I'm done. Yeah, mate. Well, I think it's a snip for me after this, to be fair. But yeah, I've got 5. Like, you just said, like, that's the way I felt. Like when we fell pregnant again, we had 3 boys at that point. So I was like, you know, something. Let's hope that this one's a girl. Yeah. Well, that's exactly the position I'm in now. Obviously, I hope we want to get a girl because I've got 4 boys now. They want to follow my footsteps. Me 10-year-old, just like he's in there. He wants to put his gloves on every weekend. He's at my house. He wants to get into that. So I'd rather have one child that can sit at home with me and just relax me instead of wanting to get in the ring every weekend. I wouldn't count on it, mate. As I say, I've got 3 boys and a girl, and my girl's the only one that wants to do any training or boxing or that. The 3 boys ain't interested, but the girl is. So. Well, I think this is where partner Charlotte comes in to try and make it more delicate. Let her go and do her nails. Do something on that behalf. I'll rein the boys in, and she can have a girl. So, what brought you into combat sports? How long have you been doing it? So, I was training for quite a number of years, from say 8, 9, maybe, to about 15. Then started dying off. 17, completely stopped it. And I think it was just, for me, it's mental health. So in January of, without getting too deep into it, but from January 2025, through a bad breakup, bad situation and that, I was about to take my own life. I'm going to be one of these cliches that I was highly on drugs. I was on the beer. I was close to taking my own life, all that kind of stuff. I had a few friends come around saying, "Man, just get back into boxing." I'm like, nah, fuck it. Like, I'm too old. I'm past it. It's not happening. And then a plea went out. Like, I was done. Like, for me, my life was over. Things happening with kids, and I just wasn't right. And then my mate come was like, "Look, we're doing this white collar thing again." Like, I'm not doing it, mate. I can't travel. I'm not doing it. I'm done. I'm over. Did my first boxing session, and I was like, I think this is what I've missed. I went on to do my charity event, won that, and then from there it just took off. Like, as someone who suffers with the mental health, it's a consistency that you can guarantee that if you're emotional, if you're angry, if you need to just scream at a bag, it's a bag. Like, you can be focused. You know, you can be what like. You can be as angry, as aggressive, as emotional as you want during the training camps and everything else. So it brought the balance back to me after like 17 years or whatever of what I needed to stay composed for myself and for my family, so I didn't end up dead or in jail, really.
Yeah, I would scream that to everybody. Like, mental health is real, obviously. Not many men speak out about it, but boxing, MMA, any combat sport is definitely a way. It's a coping mechanism. That's what I say for me anyway. It's a coping mechanism. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but you can get in that gym, you can take a beating, you can give a beating. You know,
it's therapy, mate. Like I say, I'm a big advocate of the mental health thing. Obviously, I've been diagnosed with ODD, ADHD, but I've been diagnosed with BPD as well. So it's a constant battle to know where you're going, how you're doing it. When you're not in control of this mystery of life, it is a mission to stay focused with things changing every day. Stress going through the roof. The only composure I've got, myself personally, is jog up the road 10 minutes, get on the treadmill, it's a heavy bag, or go down to pound for pound and just get in with the coach there. It's bliss.
Alcohol, mate, like you said, you touched on alcohol a bit there, so you went downhill on alcohol. That's where we've got something in common. That was the exact same. I felt for a while that alcohol was helping me. I felt like it opened me up and made me be my real person. That's what I used to tell my missus, like, when I drink, I feel real. You know, it makes me feel like a real person, but it's got a funny way of coming back on you. Yeah,
100%. Like I say, it's different. So you felt proper on it. You felt real on it. I was free on it. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there goes 3 pints, and then in comes Charlie Chaplin, and I was gone then. And I was happy. I didn't think about the problems I was having at home. I didn't think I was about the problems that I had for work. Like, there was always another job. I could always make it up to my family. I could always, like, next week's a different week, innit? Tomorrow's a different day. Like, I could be the best father and the best son or partner or anything like that from Tuesday to Thursday. Come Thursday, 5 o'clock. I was nowhere to be seen. I wasn't gone. Do you know what I mean? I was gone. I was nowhere to be seen. I was chasing that first original Thursday, which never ever come. Suffered Monday, and then I was trying to make up for it for the rest of the week. So, yeah.
So you were more of a binge drinker than an alcoholic, you would say?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, but it could just be, I got in mind that it's raining, say, what a shit day, let's get a beer. Or
that was like me.
It didn't have to be a tragic moment or a certain thing, I looked for excuses to do that.
Yeah. It's like, mate, I used to comply, mate. I used to say I was going out to the shop to get something. I'd be like, I'm going to, oh, you need a Monster? You need a tin of Monster? I'll go to the shop and get it, and I'd come back with a bottle of Buckfast. Later on, be 3 bottles down. You know, it's brutal.
It is. But like I say, I think what I did also help is, obviously, my current partner as well. We, like, a big change come, left the area, left whatever else, and the rest is history. A year now of just being solely focused, nearly just over. April. Moved to Rochdale in April, and from then onwards, like, it's been a development. Obviously, I'm back now to being a father. I'm back now to being a partner. Back now to being a son, and that was like, this is why combat sports is boxing. Like, I owe my life to it. God, if it weren't for that very first white collar, if it weren't for my best mate, one of my good mates turning up at my flat door saying, "What the fuck's going on in your head?" Like, I wouldn't be in a position now that I'm in with my current partner. I wouldn't be fighting 4 times in 5 weeks. I wouldn't have Fight Club Promotions put me on for a title fight in Newcastle on the 6th of June. I've just been nowhere near where I am today.
So when you say charity fights, is that the ultra white collar boxing?
Yeah, white collar fighter and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what.
I started off with the MMA version of that, and you know, it's good to get in there and test it out by doing that. But you've got the people that keep going back and doing that every week, you know. And then
see, I like I say, for mental health, for that kind of thing, I would recommend the charity fighting scene to anyone. If you don't want to do it, or you find a way to, you want to get away into getting into the gym, or you want to find the confidence, go, right, let's do that, or put yourself in a position where you can thrive, then them 8 weeks of meeting new people, them 8 weeks of training and learning your basics, and putting you in that routine of travel somewhere, doing that, then from there onwards you're flying. You're honestly flying. Once you make that first ring walk and you're like, fucking hell, mate, there's 300 people in here, and your bum falls out a little bit, and then you settle in, you go, then there's no experience that a normal 9 to 5 everyday living person will ever come across again. I think, personally, I shouldn't say it now because my partner's like next to me in the room and that, but I think making that ring walk and listen to people shout and scream, the music hit and do that, that is more, you get more euphoria and more, like, I'm here, than I would give, like, attending the birth of a child. And that's bad for me to say, but that for me, that's what that gives me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, see, I can't even remember who it was that I spoke to before, but he's an ex-drug user. His drug of choice was crack. And I spoke to him before, and he told me that he took up boxing and MMA and all that shit because basically it's the closest that he can get to taking crack again. That was his. Yeah. Weird way of looking at it, but I can see where he's coming from. And obviously, you'd rather somebody was boxing than taking crack. So if that's your motivation for it, it's pushed forward. You know what I mean? I'm not an engineer, mate. I'm not a bricklayer. I'm not a very high qualified functional education person. I'm not, mate. If anything, mate, I'm as thick as pig shit, and I've got no qualms in admitting that, and that's why I'm working a dead-end factory job to pay for boxing. That's why I pay for my own travel and don't take money off boxing. I'm thick as pig shit, so the only thing I have to pass down to my children is the knowledge of, I can teach you how to use a hammer and a drill, and I can teach you how to defend yourself. If that's what I've got to give, if I can corner my kid in his first boxing fight, or I can do that, then that's a knowledge that I've passed down. That's something that I know how to do. I can't teach him to be a scientist, can't teach him to be a mechanic. There's a lot of things I can't do, but as for life skills, to be self-sufficient and to defend yourself, that is something that I can guarantee them. Yeah. Looking into the future, what are you looking for? Obviously, you've got your 5 fights coming up, 4 fights. What are you looking for in the future? Who would you like to fight after these 4 fights? If you get offered a big fight, who would you like that to be on their license?
Big fight. One fight that I would want is a fight that I turned down because I was nowhere near good enough and I was nowhere near that level.
Yeah.
And I got offered to fight. I don't think it'll ever happen because he is well more advanced than me. And it's one fight that I regret turning down now. But he's Peaky Promotions champion. Is it John D.P. Shaw?
He's a good boxer, John.
Sorry, mate.
Same weight, he's a. I'm saying John's a good boxer. Good coach.
Yeah.
Very good coach.
So, he's so talented. And it was Amari Grant that said, listen, he's an animal, mate. And you know yourself, you're not at that level. And I said, sweet. So I turned that fight down in December and I went and fought somebody else on HBO. And I've got the messages there. And the Anthony Frodsham or something like that. The Peaky Promotions. There you go. I'm fighting for them on the 11th of April as well.
Is that Peaky Promotions?
Yeah, I'm fighting for them. So I'm
is that the Shadow Boxer and Ginge for Chardin card, aye?
Yeah, that card there. I'm fighting a lad who's 1-1 on that. Called Shane Davies, and I've seen a little bit of his working at, and he's a big power hitter. I look forward to doing it. But yeah, if it was for me, if I can make it in 2 years to that level, because the fight I refused, I have this thing about not refusing any fight, but I have to understand the levels that we were on. That could have hurt me. No, so I think I'm like it's not a call out. It's not nothing else because I know I'm still not nowhere near that level.
That's a fucking calling.
Listen, when I'm ready for it, then one thing I will guarantee is I will attend these promotions such as 3D Fight Club. I will attend Peaky Promotions, and I will attend your promotions, and I will take a belt from every promotion I attend. Whether that's this year, whether that's next year, or what, I will have as many belts as my guns. I will hold 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 belts. I will go to every single promotion out there, and I will start taking them belts home. But I need to master my craft. I need to realistically look at my craft. I can't go in thinking I can dog walk everyone like I have. And I need a team behind me that knows how I fight. Instead of just turning up and winging it and saying, can you just corner me? And people say, well, just do the favour, do that. I need somebody there that's got my back and says, listen, you can win this fight and this is how you're going to do it. I need someone that blocks the mentality, do you know what I mean?
It takes balls to do that, for to travel to somewhere where you don't have anybody with you, you've no fans, you've not sold any tickets, no corner team, you've no coach there. It takes a lot of balls to do that.
That's it, mate. I'm paid. So, my next 4 fights are Liverpool, Preston, Birmingham, Scotland.
Yeah.
And then I'll be in Newcastle in June. And I am travelling to every single one of them. My partner's pregnant. She can't come. I am going solo. I pay for my own travel there. I pay for my own travel back. If I'm staying overnight, I pay for that. Everything comes out my pocket. Everything is out of my pocket to turn up and bang. I don't have a corner team. I've got a good friend of mine called Lewis McCormack. He's going to turn up. He's from Wigan. He's Wigan based, and he's going to turn up on Friday at the WCU and impress them for the Terminator fight series. He's going to turn up for them 2 for me. But for Peaky Promotions and the Scottish Takeover by Morgan Scott, I'm solo. I'm solo again, mate. But you can't. Mentally, I've won that battle, knowing I've travelled there, lad, and I'm in your backyard, and I'm going to laugh in your face.
So who's it you're fighting in Scotland? Do you know who you're fighting?
I can't pronounce his name. He's about 120. He's a Polish guy.
Right.
That Morgan Scott knows.
Yeah. Morgan's a good lad. He's another journeyman on the scene that just fights week in, week out. And these guys didn't get enough respect for saving shows, I don't think.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I just said. Shout out to him as well for putting me on that, because I'm also fighting, because on the day I fight for my title, he's fighting for a title on that day. So I've gone from fighting for him to fighting with him. And it's the journey that I go on as a boxer. I create some good friends. You create a nice community that goes there. And I might fight for you, but then I'll fight with you at the same time. Same as that Morgan Scott, Billy Boy Fabian, Chris Leo, and the list goes on. Every one of them from No Limits Fight Club, T-Soft Academy in Sken. I've got, like, mate, there's so many people I can list. Fight Club Promotions and Nate Pierce. Like I say, we're going through them, and there's so much respect and loyalty there. It's unbelievable.
So you've done bare knuckle before, but would you ever do you ever seen Spartan in the hay bales?
I've got a shaking head at the side of me here saying no. But I'd never rule it out, mate. I'd never rule it out. But when I've perfected my craft. So my thing is, for me, can I throw a punch? Yeah. Can I throw a punch that hurts? Yeah. But can I get in a position? No. So my technicalities are footwork and movements. And I'm putting this on this interview you now, so every opponent can see it. I am not a very skilled footwork guy, but if I can pressure you and put you in that corner, then that's my game.
Yeah.
Like, I got picked apart, and this is another lad that I'm going to shout out, Anthony Atkinson. He's fast, mate, and he snapped my nose clean in half on the HBO. I heard the snap. It's probably on December. The left hook, I didn't even see it coming, mate. And he sat me. The first ever time I've been sat on my ass, and it nearly happened twice in that fight. He's so strong and fast and powerful. Like, and when I say sat on my ass, I mean my legs have gone, and there was no stopping me. I have not stumble, not tuck a knee. I mean, I've gone bing on my ass, and it's nearly happened twice. And he was the first person that's done that. And I'd hats off to him, because he is also the person that rang me and said, "Do you want to fight on Terminator Fight Series? I know your heart's there. I know you've got a big against Mick O'Donnell," or something like that. Yeah. No, Mick Hodgins. So, an old opponent got me a fight, and I'm grateful.
There you go. It goes back to you meet so many good people while you're not even just in training. Going to a fight show, it's so much better than see these people that go out and spend hundreds of pounds at the weekends and going out to nightclubs and that. Like, you don't get a better night out than a fight show.
Mate, you know what? You don't. Like, no. You don't. The atmosphere you meet, even like, so if I'm fighting fucking Bobby Joe from the pub, yeah, then my fans and Bobby Joe's fans end up having bets with each other. So that's just not a circle of me and Bobby Joe becoming them friends. That's like an extended party. Now, you've gone out with 5 people, now you're 15 people deep, sat there having a bevy, and you're laughing because a little bet went one way or the other. So it is a circuit. It's almost cult. Like, it's like a cult. Once you're in that scene and once you're there and you're going around and you're circulating, like, you don't want to come out of it. You don't want to come out of it. You want to stay as relevant as possible. And like I say, I'm not ashamed to say I'm not the greatest boxer in the world, mate. I'm not. For technicalities, I am not. But if you want somebody that's got heart, if you want someone that's going to turn up and bang for you, then here's my phone number. Let's go. I don't care. I don't care if you're 20 years in, 1 year in. Like, if you want to fight it, I'll fight you.
Whereabouts a fight? Where can people get tickets if they want to come buy tickets to watch you?
Fusion Nightclub, or get in touch with the WBCU Promotions. WCU, I keep putting a B in there for no reason. WCU Promotions on Instagram. Or if you get in touch with Terminator Fight Series, that's on the 28th in Preston. Peaky Promotions on the 11th, or on the 11th of April, or the Scottish Takeover down in Scotland on the 25th of April.
I'm going to come watch that one. If you need anybody in your corner, give me a shout. I'll come down the corner of you for it.
100%, man, mate. Like say, 4 big events, 4 big appearances, anything for anyone buying live streams, pay-per-view, anything like that. It's solely appreciated. Your support will be paid back in tenfold with free tickets, free anything. If I'm in your area and I can invite you, can get out, first drinks on me, anything I can. You know what it is.
So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to just before we wrap this up, bro? Is it sponsors, anybody? Anybody in the chat?
I think it's more of a appreciation. Like I thank the support I get from my family. Anyone that wants to support me, it's appreciated. And yeah, like I've shouted everyone out that I've fought against, all the respect I've got, from yourself to Omari all the way down to my last fight going. So yeah, if you can get out, get out. If you can't, stay blessed. Let's go.
So thank you for coming on, Owen. I hope you smash it next Friday, mate. Fucking give him it.
I will do, mate. We look forward, pressure on, and that's how we go.
Exactly. Big up, bro. Speak to you in a bit, right?
Take care, man.
Cheers, pal.
I know you lie. I trust you all the same. I don't know why. 'Cause when my back is turned, my bruises shine.
Fuck me, my phone was shut and name like.
Every day I love you less and less. It's great to see that you've become obsessed. I guess you get this message through the press. That every day I love you less and less. And every day I love you less and less. To get this feeling off my chest. To set my body to rest. Since every day I love you less and less. And less and less. I know, I feel it in my bones. I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm staying in control. Oh yes, I feel, oh yes, I'm gonna wheel. I got to know, I'm not so much as real. Oh yes, I'm stressed, I'm sorry, I digress. Impressed, you dress, I'm stressed, oh I say, oh, my parents love me. Oh, my girlfriend loves me. Every day I love you less and less. Don't be scared. You'll never change what's been and gone. May your smile shine
barbecue, like. You walk on that bad boy.
Said you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as the song shoots to the floor. Maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live, but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe. Maybe I just wanna leave. Maybe you're the same as me. These secrets I'll never see. I said maybe I don't really wanna know.
So we've got 6 weeks and 6 days left until I make the walk for my professional debut on Chaos Fighting Championships versus the toughest test of my life, Blaine McGill. Ireland versus Scotland, Chaos Fighting Championships over in Derry. I can't fucking wait for it. And I'm grateful for the second opportunity. A big thank you to Andy Chapman for sticking by me and giving me another opportunity. He didn't have to do that, right? He did not have to have me back in the show. And he's given me another shot, so I'm fucking grateful for it. And I can't wait to get over to Ireland in 6 weeks and 6 days time and shut a few people up. Win or lose, it's going to be a fucking fantastic night. Nobody expects me to win this, right? So there's no pressure on my shoulders. All the pressure is on Blaine. Look at my hands, I'm fucking shaking. I've just finished lifting weights, man. But aye, all the pressure is on Blaine. It's in his hometown. He's going to get all the support. He's going to have all the love. I'm going to be getting booed to fuck. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Big up. 6 weeks, 6 days to go. I go over to Ireland to Derry, make the walk to the cage, and then 3 weeks after that, we've got the rematch against Nathan for the Bing. That's down in Manchester at the Hideout Arena on Dyson Promotions 2. Can't wait for that either. Nathan is going to get fucked up this time. There's no doubt about that. I'm training hard. I'm ready to go. Let's fucking go. Christ, I feel like I'm rattling off the meth or something like that. I feel like I've been taking gear. So that was the first episode of the Tartan Blood Experience, where we had our first guest, Owen Myddelton, up and coming heavyweight boxer on the unlicensed scene. All you Scottish people up here, get your tickets bought for the Scottish Takeover, where you get to see Big Owen in action, show him some love. But thank you to everybody for tuning in to the first episode. Short and sweet, you know, my first one. As the weeks go on, we'll get more guests on, etc. But until then, thank you for tuning in.
Nobody likes me.